Day 40. This is midday, day 40. And I am sitting outside enjoying the rain. Yeah. Got conditioner in my hair, put a treatment in it. Yeah, I have colored my hair since, colored my hair. I washed the walls outside of my house under the carpet where we are. Too many spiders, too many critters, bugs. Ugh. And looked like spider eggs was up there. Bees trying to make them a nice house, and dirt divers trying to make them a little nest. I saw two of those, cleaned all that up, and then hubby came outside and rinsed everything off for me. So today I did my 2 miles. I did my video on one of the miles, and actually talked to y'all the whole time I was on that 1 mile walk, pretty much. Um, so today did those things. Took my regimen. After I finished doing all that stuff, I went inside, took me a nice milk bath. Play with my little feet, because if you know me, you know I love playing with my feet and playing with other people's feet. No, I don't have a foot fetish. I just love how feet feel when you take the socks off and they all nice and warm. I'm doing a video. How can I help you?
That's all right. I'm gonna wait.
All right, the real husband, he gonna wait. So, day 40. I got a laced up with my broth, and thank you Jesus, Chef Marco. He made some broth for me, some chicken and turkey broth. So I was able to warm that up and add a little bit more water to it, because I have to dilute mine down, because I am real sensitive to seasonings now, salt and stuff like that. I could taste way more than I tasted before. And this man can cook. When I say this broth tastes so good, because I told you my mouth be bored, so this broth is good. Because yesterday for broth I had mama noodle broth. I know that ain't the route to go, but I needed something that was familiar and exciting. And I just drank the broth off of it. And I mixed it with other stuff too. But the stuff from the mama noodle paste, I used some of that to make my broth a little bit more exciting. So it was good to have that. And then it's chef made, like it's my first chef made broth. Carrot juice, apple juice, celery, cucumber was my drink for today. I am gonna do some cantaloupe, because I do have cantaloupe that's in there, and I have lemon that's already processed, and I think I'm gonna take that lemon with my honey and make like a lemonade, or either turn it into a tea, depending on if I want something cold, if I want something warm. I got some water that's already in the refrigerator, so if I want it cold, I could use that, or warm. And then I keep my little buckets, my little buckets of water with me. And this a bucket's cup that's under there. But I put my Miyoki top on it, because I like my thing to stay closed. I don't care for their straw, but I like my straw that do that, top up, go back down. And then my little lid, that if I wanted to drink it out the lid, if y'all can see that. I keep my little gum up in here. I hide it from my grandbaby, because if it's in my purse, they kind of know where it is. But if he see it in my mouth, he gonna come put his little mouth up to my mouth and trying to baby bird me. Like I want to give him my gum, and then his mama go to fuss him. Why you gave him gum? I didn't give it to him. He took it from me. You think I didn't want my gum? My gum is more expensive than a gum I could have just gave him. But anyway, so I'm sitting out here just watching the rain. I planted some little flowers on yesterday or Sunday. I can't remember. I think it was Sunday. So kind of waiting for them to come up. I don't remember the name of them, but I kept the packet. It's inside. And my baby, he got some peppers over there. I hope I'm pointing the camera right. But he got some peppers, and then I'm waiting for my little stuff to come up. I do not have a green thumb. If you want something to dye, send it to me. And I mean flowers, not people. But just enjoying today. Me and my husband had a nice little talk based on me reading the Bible. Um, 1 Corinthians 7 through 11. I still haven't gotten through verse 7 because there's so much that needed to be talked about when I hit verse 7. My husband also read it. He read a condensed version of 5 through 8. And he was able to read it, and he saw some of the things up in there that just spoke for me instead of me having to speak for myself. And so he realizes what I'm saying and that he can do more, and he is going to do more, and it's right there in the Bible. It's not like Keisha just making this stuff up. Like, here you go, right here. Like, you have to pick up the pace and be the man God called you to be. And the one who I married, 'cause I don't know who he's different from me right now. And I'm sure I'm different for him too. But tell me what I need to do to work on me. And I don't mind, modifying that. And I'm telling him the things that he needs to do to work on, you know, that would make me happier. And I'm always one that's telling them. So I've been doing that for years. And like I said, what I'll do going forward, depending on how the changes go with me and him, is go get counseling for me, and then we can make whatever decisions after that. And I'm praying and knowing that God is gonna fix this. And I just know He's gonna fix it because I didn't put myself together with this man. He was the one night stand that turned into forever. If you ever heard me talk about it, that's what he was. I asked him to be my one night stand. I didn't say be my one night stand, but I was like, why don't you break a N word off, And and he was down with it until he wasn't. So when it was time to do the deed, he was like, I can't. I'm still in love with the woman that he had just broken up with, that had nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. And I was like, wow, I respect it. I respect it. So it didn't go like that, but then eventually we just spent a whole lot of little time together, conversating and stuff like that. And like I said, he had just freshly came out of a relationship, so it's not like we may have rushed into it according to some people's terms. Maybe a month later, me and him got together. I don't even say it was a month later, but he had to get past what he was feeling for somebody else before he started it with me, and I respected that. So I didn't push or urge anything after that, but I did have respect for him after after he said what he said. I was like, that's cool. Like, I can respect that. Um, uh, and took me off my train of thought because I didn't went way back to almost 20 years ago. Well, when he read the Bible, he understood like I said, what I was talking about. He understood that the Bible is saying this is your role that you need to fulfill as far as when it comes to me. I shouldn't have to beg you and continue to ask you. And every 5 minutes you forget what I said, and then 5 minutes later I gotta ask you for something again. You just step your game up, or the game that he had when he first, got with me. And I understand that my husband has changed a lot, and I give him grace for that. But at the same time, he gotta remember I have changed a lot too, and my need for him is even greater because now I don't have like little kids to take care of, so my need for my husband is greater. I don't have a mama and a daddy, a mother-in-law to call and check on and look after. I don't have a grandma that I'm taking care of no more. So I have more time for him, and because I have more time for him, I need him to step up his game to fill some of that time that I do have, because this is what we, sitting in this window right behind me, always look forward to, that the day when our children grow up, that we will have more time for each other. So this is not nothing I'm pushing him to do. This is dreams and wishes that we had. Like I said, sitting right here in this window. We didn't even have a chair right here. Just sitting in this window. That's when we both could fit in this window. And we just would have good conversation. Can't wait till the children grow up and do this and that so that we could do this, that. So Don't sell me a dream and then take it from me. Don't do me that. I understand we can't do it in full force like we used to because you're not the same person you was before. But at the same time, we ain't dead. We still gotta live. Like I don't want to spend the rest of my life just trapped in the four walls of the house. I want to have fun. I want to live. I want to continue to create memories. I want my grandchildren to see the relationship grandma and papa have so that they can have, whatever relationship that they need to have. Let me stop and start again because it'd be too hard to edit.